The month that I'm traveling in is in January. Mid-January, I went to Egypt and I came back toward the end of January. The weather out there at this time of year is warm during the day. However, during the night time, the temperature can drop drastically. So I would suggest definitely taking a jacket because it can get quite cold in the evening, a bit chilly. But then there were some nights where it was quite warm, so it just depends. But overall, the weather this time of year is good, and if you're looking for a budget holiday and you want weather that's not too hot, not too cold, then this would be the best time for you to go to Egypt. I flew from Gatwick Airport, but they do have flights going from Birmingham, East Midlands, depending if it's package holiday, Manchester, Luton. So there are different airports that you can go by and different times, obviously. So the best thing to do would be to find one that suits you at a price that suits you. I paid 20 British pounds. So if you're paying in euros, you would pay 25 euros. And you would go to the place where it says bank. I'll insert a picture here, and where it says bank, that is where you need to pay for your visa. Now they do have travel reps. I would suggest not to go to the travel reps. I would say just go straight to the place where it says bank, pay for your visa there, and then of course they'll take your passport, they'll stamp it for you, and then you will go through to another place where they'll also check your passport, and then you'll go through to baggage reclaim. To get a bank card that doesn't charge you for withdrawing money, I did take British pounds over to be converted into Egyptian pounds. When it comes to purchasing internet, you can either hire a portable internet box I was quite amazed at how beautiful it was. The scenery. Being in Africa for the first time, I was just so taken back because when I read about Egypt, I read about Egypt in the Bible. And I've always wondered, what is it like to go there? What is it like to see? I wonder what it would have been like just to go to Egypt and see where the Hebrew Israelites were. The place where God did his miracle. It's just fascinating. It's just wonderful. And once you're there, it's like, wow. I think the best thing to do, especially if you're coming from the West, don't go with your westernized thinking, oh, okay, this is Africa, and Africa has to be the way the West is, and this, that. No, leave your westernized thinking back there. Don't bring it here. Don't bring it to Africa. Just don't do it. Just learn to adapt. Like, for example, drinking water from the tap is a no-go. Just learn to adapt to how things are done. Because the reality is, the West also has its problems, and that's that. There were two hotels there. You had the Serenity Alma and you had the Serenity Alpha. But no matter which hotel you choose, whether it's the Alpha or the Alma, you can still use both of their facilities, which is absolutely great, because we did actually spend some time in the Alpha hotel as well. which is amazing because they have a beach. So we went to their beach as well, which was really good. I loved it. I will admit though, the first night that we went there and we tried the food, we thought the food was just terrible. I don't know what happened that night. Maybe they had an off day in the kitchen. I had no idea. But when we tasted the food, we thought, ugh, no, this is not it. And I started to regret my decision because I was thinking, what is this? But then after that, the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, oh my goodness, we were eating and eating. Honestly, we wanted to try as much food as we possibly could because it was just so good. Like I said, we all have off days. Whatever happened in that kitchen, I'm not too sure that day. But afterwards, oh my, we wanted to eat. Also, the rooms were very spacious. They're very clean as well. There was a lot to do there. So you had the water park, you had the fun fair at night, you had internet. Obviously in some areas the internet wasn't too good, but overall the internet was quite good in the reception, and if you go outside in some areas, yeah, it was really good. Overall it was a really good hotel, really good trip. I would definitely go to that hotel again. The staff was good, they were friendly, very attentive, wanted to help you whenever you needed help, willing to show you where things are. Fantastic. I would definitely recommend it if you have a family or you have got young children and you want to have access to the water parks and the fun fair. We even went out of the hotel. Now, when we travel, we don't just stay inside the hotel. To me, that is a bit boring. I need to see what the real Egypt is like. I need to see the shops. I need to see how the locals live. So we did actually spend quite a few days outside exploring the area, the Hurghada city centre. Lovely. I love it. I just love it. Everything about it, I enjoyed. I really enjoyed just seeing how different it was to the West. Now, one thing that I didn't like, and I will say this, is the fact that, unfortunately, when you go to shops and when you're dealing with different services, people do feel that entitlement to your money because you're a foreigner, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they charge you more just because they think you can afford it. That to me, that scamming vibe thing, I don't like it, and that's me being honest. It's not something that I don't stand for it personally. I would think do things honestly and then the blessings will come. That's all I think personally. But it's just that, you know, if you don't know the currency, you could be ripped off. Now, of course, as a foreigner, I know I'm going to be charged more. But it all depends on what I'm willing to pay. If I'm not willing to pay that, I'm not going to pay it. Realistically, I already know that I'm not going to be charged a normal price because I'm just not from there. And they know instantly that I am not from there. So obviously, I will be charged more, if that makes sense. So So would I recommend for people to go to Egypt? Absolutely. At least if you go once in your life, that's it. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Definitely something that you should try. Definitely something that you should have on your bucket list to do at least once in your life. Just do it, I would say. Once you've done it, at least then you can tick it off and then go on to the next place. But if you actually enjoy it, you can keep going back. Many people do. They keep going back year after year, every couple of months. Some people even buy property there, which is what I'm going to talk about in the next video. So thank you so much. If you managed to make it this far, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And definitely let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to be going to Egypt or what you've heard about Egypt. And then, who knows? We'll see what happens in the future if you actually manage to book that trip to Egypt.